Hi, this is Chris at The Wandering Bull. Today we're going to talk about shirt construction, and the shirt I have in front of me here is a reproduction of a Crow style shirt, and this would be of that 1880s, 1890s, right up to present, and it's made of 4 brain tan deerskins, one for the front, one for the back, one for each arm, and early tailoring of these shirts, the hide was used and the legs of the animal were used, the legs hanging down, front and back. So the tail would be here, hind legs, the head would be here, cut that hide off, and there's a shoulder seam there and here. So the 4 hides are basically sewn together at this point, the shoulder, and then the sleeves are attached to the front and the back, and that is sewn. But underneath the arm is, these are ties that tie the 2 pieces together, or the front and the back of the sleeve together. And it is sewn right here at the wrist. That cuff area is sewn together, and little leather hanging down and just fringed up a little bit. So, and obviously a bullet hole from that hide. You could patch that, leave it as is. So there's hide number 1, probably a small deer hide, and not sewn underneath but tied. And same with the body of the hide of the shirt. The front and the back are attached underneath the armpit, so there's like 3 attachment points. It's not sewn, so it's left open from the wrist all the way down. Front and back have a bib applied, piece of quill work, nice antique beads, some elk teeth, quilled fringe. The beaded strips are beaded on brain tan, then applied to the shirt. So the strips that go over the shoulder, and then the ones that run down the arm. The whole orman skin, and the top portion is wrapped where the head would be. There's the tail and those hind legs. So there's a bunch of ermine skins, the beadwork, and it's painted. I painted the shirt after it was constructed. And here's those legs that hang down on that shirt. The reason I have the shirt here is to show you the example of the finished product. And what we're going to talk about is, I'm taking a flannel shirt or a long sleeve shirt and theoretically just cutting it off, cutting all the seams, and then using that for the pattern that I'm going to layer on leather. I know that the shirt that I'm going to use fits me properly, it hangs nice, and then these are the details that you're going to leave on the hide, not cut off from that pattern. So to make the pattern that we're going to use today, I have an old long sleeve shirt that fits me, and this guy has seen better times. So theoretically what I'm going to do is cut it down the sides, under the sleeves, and over the shoulders. The shirt fits me, it's a little snug. So I'm going to mark where the sleeve attaches to the body on the front and back. That way when you cut out all your leather, you know where your pieces are going to go, and you don't put the left sleeve on the right sleeve. Not that I've ever done that before. So I'm going to use a Sharpie and just put some marks. That way I'll be able to line those marks up later on. And then that seam that runs underneath the arm, I'll put a couple in there. And when you cut this out, when you go to cut it out of the leather, you want to leave a seam allowance on the shoulders so you have enough room to sew both pieces together, which is, 1/4 inch on each piece of leather. You want to leave that seam allowance so you have enough. Once you sew it together, it's still going to fit. So I have marked the body. Let me mark the back. So I have marked over the back and right onto the arms. So once I got it all cut, I know which goes where. And I'm just gonna write, this will be my left, and this is my right. And left. Oh, I forgot, I want to mark that shoulder where the front of the shirt meets the back of the shirt. I want to make sure that they line up as well. So this shirt even has a little collar. When I cut my pattern out, when I take this pattern, cut out the leather, I'm not going to do the neck, do the little stand-up collar on the neck. I'll cut that right off as well. And you could use a seam ripper for this as well. Make a nice neat seam, a nice neat cut. Right up to that armpit area, then follow that seam around the shoulders. Even though this shirt has a cuff on it, I'm still going to incorporate that in the pattern, because then that cuff comes down and covers your wrist. There's one sleeve. I'm just going to cut that collar off right now and not have to worry about it. So there's the back, and you can see how it's cut for the arms. That way those arms, the sleeves will be able to attach to the back of the shirt. And there's the shoulder seams, and that cut will obviously be right across the back of your neck. And that's the front, and you see Sharpie marks to indicate where the back will meet the front, and we'll have it tied in the proper places to fit correctly. And here's that same cut for the front of the shirt around the shoulders. And with this opening here, I'll still use that for the T on the shirt, that T cut down the neck and the shoulder seams. So there's that guy there on the right. And that will be the left. So the next step is to get 4 deer hides and transfer what I've cut out here onto that leather.